Hey mate, you hungry? Why the fuck are you doing a British accent? I don't fucking know, man. Listen, why the fuck did this asshole here tie this horse to a bunch of logs? But when we use those logs, like when we remove them from here, the horse is not tied to anything. Like, get your shit together, dude. Come on, come on, get it together. So today I realized something, which is that these people here are fucking starving. They don't eat shit. In any scene we see them, they're always sitting around drinking beer or just standing around. Like, look at them here. Like, it's always a bunch of dudes sitting drinking beer, right? Look at this asshole here. He's sitting out here alone, like in the woods, fucking drinking beer, man. And there's there's like a wagon of meat or whatever this is, like guts or something, and is nothing's happening. Dude. He's just sitting there chilling out there in the forest. Um, yeah, so this is obviously a little bit of an unfinished map, like a work in progress, but yeah, these issues need to be rectified, right? My dudes cannot be chilling out there starving and just drinking beer all day, right? So, poor bastards. So today I'm gonna make some food for them, because if we look at the food list here, there's not much to go around. Like we have, what is this, like seven or eight food types, some of which are not even food. Like, what the fuck, who wants to eat a pine cone, right? And three of them are berries. Like, you want to eat berries all day. There's a peach, but there's no actual, like, any other fruit but there's a peach somehow. Like, how, out of all the fruits that exist, how is only a peach right here? So we have this corn cob. That's the first thing I'm gonna be remaking. What? All right, let's get into it. So I'm gonna open Photoshop, and we're gonna continue working on this corn. Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
god,
it's
it's
corn.
corn.
Okay, so what I kind of don't like here is the absolute sort of mess. Like these pixels here, they are super dark here as well, but on the edges they aren't. And then just the bizarre transitions. So I'm gonna slightly work on that, and slightly smoothen it out, improve it a little bit, just so it's more in character with the rest of the sprites we have. I mean, it's a delicious food. Looks weird. Um, if you think about it, it just looks like a phallic, rubbery. Well, wherever that sentence was going, it was gonna end up at something like dildo. So I'm not gonna go there. Uh, okay, so I think I'm gonna change up the shape on this here just a little bit. Fucking love corn, man. Corn is one of those strange foods which you are introduced to as a child, and you love it just because it doesn't eat like most other foods, if you know what I mean. Like, you don't just eat it with a fork or a spoon or something, but there's actually like a stick which you take and chomp bites out of, and there's something like extremely satisfying about eating like a complete animal, like biting into something and feeling all those juices flow out. Um, Definitely an evolutionary trait, probably. So yeah, I added a little bit more of this dark definition so that you can feel the texture of the corn, like this bubbly type of texture, and not just like a flat yellow. Yeah, I think that sort of does the trick. So I'm just gonna tint it a little bit with these orange pixels, and then I might do something like this to the entire sprite, just to give it a little bit of a hint warm of that warm color and that warm environment. And it also helps bring the yellowy orangey corn together with these green slash lime type of leaves, which are kind of going towards the yellow part of the color palette. As you can see here, it's almost like yellow, but it's green. So when we bring this almost yellow, this green, and this yellowy yellow, creamy yellow together and combine all of them through a bit of a red filter, I think it produces quite a nice outcome. So that's what we're gonna be going for here. We want to give these items a little bit of an outline just because they are not going to be environmental items. They're going to go into the player's inventory, and they might appear in various different user interface widgets, which may or may not have a bright background. And in that case, if there's a bright background, a bright outline doesn't um, pop the item out very clearly, which darker outline does achieve. So that's why I'm making sure that all the pixels on the edges are still maintaining their level of darkness, so to speak. Let's do a steak, a nice juicy steak. Cook it up, serve it, like put some fucking thyme on it. I think I'm gonna go for something stereotypical, um, which I always kind of do if I can, just because for stuff like this, I don't need to be innovative with the fucking piece of meat. Uh, and if you choose a shape and a color scheme that most people are already familiar with, then whenever they see the item, they're gonna instinctively know exactly what it is. They don't have to like think about it twice. And I think the more you can do that for insignificant, so to speak, details, um, like a basic piece of meat, the more strain you take out of your player's mental kind of state while they're playing the game. They don't have to like think about things which they shouldn't be thinking about, like what is this, like is this an edible piece of meat, like an item, or is this like piece of, I don't know, chopped out zombie flesh or whatever. They don't need to think about that. They can just see the thing, and it looks like a fucking piece of meat in a cartoon or something. Like what they do is they have this, right. They That's what they do, right. There's like this little um dot here, which they always put in the corner, and now it looks like a steak, right. And we can go from here and refine this. So I separated the bright color from the kind of this background, and I'm gonna actually paint on the background now and just make sure that this piece of meat has a nice red tone. Oh yeah, that's starting to feel nice and juicy. So we're gonna make it a little bit thicker here. Yeah. Let's do just a little bit more of that thickness. Now this part here feels terribly thin. And looks so kind of bubbly and childish and just so smooth. I think maybe I could add a little bit more texture if I did something like that. Just to show that there was something like happening in this piece of meat. Okay, so we add just a bit more texture. Oh crap. Okay. There we go. That's a nice looking fucking piece of meat, right? Put this on a grill right now, man, and just fucking indulge. Um, so I rotated this piece of corn here and made some slight adjustments to it. Oh shit. Okay. In terms of light, and just making these pieces, individual like grains of corn, pop out a little bit more through use of a very bright pixel in each of them. Here we are gonna turn this now into a grilled piece of meat because this right here looks raw, and our people cannot be eating raw food. And all right, so there's something we could feed our starving soldiers, but let's go, let's make something else happen. So okay, all right, that's a fair beginning. Let's see where that takes us. A bit of shade just for starters, and then we go with a little bit of bright. Nice. All right.
Can I have the next
meat,
please?
All right, let's go for something that we here like to call krmenadla. This is one of my favorite pieces of meat. So for this next part, I'd like to do a chicken. It's going to be hard to fit it into this sprite size, but I'm going to try anyway. Yeah, your chicken seems to be ready. Alright, so what's next? Shall we do a sausage? Let's try that. We're already kind of closing in on what the basic look of the sausage could be. And now we're just gonna need to add some of those details. Those nice lines we get while grilling to let the heat soak into the fucking meat. Cook it to perfection. Actually, it's not yet perfect. We need to do a little bit of this. I don't know, boys. Seems like nice sausage to me now. We will continue these culinary adventures in another video, since I definitely sense we're gonna need a lot more food in this game, and I'm looking forward to making it. See you next time, guys. Like, imagine living in a world where there's no food. There's like a peach and 3 berries and a pine cone, and somebody gives you this chicken, dude. One day, there's like 15 of these assholes sitting around in the woods drinking beers because that's all they do. And out of nowhere, just like, and you see this piece of chicken, just juicy chicken meat prepared, ready for eating. It just stops right dead in the center amongst them. Who wants to pay to watch that fucking brawl go down? Just have the NPCs kill each other over this piece of meat. Call it the meatening or whatever. Like the that's brilliant. Like the meeting, but it's meeting. Like, oh my god! Can somebody shoot me, please?
I'm gonna have to eat every fucking chicken in this room.
You lived your life for the king. You're gonna die for some chickens.
Someone is.